Act as if it were already yours. Stoicism. Have you ever wondered what the secret to changing your life is? It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or hoping for luck to come your way. It's about acting like luck is already there. That's right. Want to be successful? Start acting like someone who is already successful. Want to be more confident? Act like you're unstoppable. It may feel counterintuitive at first, but this simple mindset shift will change everything. By acting from a place of certainty, you rewire your mind to focus on solutions and possibilities instead of obstacles. In today's video on Stoic in Your Life, we dive deeper into 11 powerful lessons from the Stoics on how they mastered this principle centuries ago. It's not fate that limits you, it's how you respond to challenges. Make sure you stay until the end, because the final lesson will completely reshape the way you approach your goals. Don't wait for permission or for life to give you an invitation. Start taking the lead, because the world doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards action. Are you ready to take action? But before we begin, listen to this story that will help you better understand the wisdom contained in this material. In a quiet valley surrounded by mountains lived Clara, a young dreamer who spent her days working at a bakery and her nights imagining what it would be like to have her own bookstore. Although she loved books, money and circumstances seemed to conspire to keep her dream out of reach. One day, Clara heard a phrase on the radio: "Act as if it's already yours." At first, it seemed silly, but something about those words ignited a spark. She decided to give it a try. If she couldn't yet have a bookstore, at least she could behave as if she did. Every morning before opening the bakery, Clara dedicated time to setting up a small corner in her home with the few books she owned. She labeled them, created imaginary sections, and wrote reviews she placed next to them. She invited friends over and enthusiastically spoke about the new arrivals she had brought in. While some laughed at her enthusiasm, others began asking for recommendations and even gifting her books for her imaginary bookstore. Word spread throughout the valley, and soon Clara started hosting weekend literary gatherings in her little corner. What began as a game started to resemble a real bookstore. People came not just for the books, but for the warm and welcoming atmosphere Clara had created. One day, an elderly regular visitor who had become her friend surprised her with an unexpected offer. He owned an old, unused storefront in the center of the village and wanted to give it to someone who could bring it back to life. "I don't have the money to fix it up," Clara said honestly. But the elderly man smiled and replied, "You have something more valuable: vision and determination. I'm sure you'll find a way." Clara accepted the challenge. With help from her neighbors, who donated time, materials, and labor, the old storefront was transformed into the bookstore she had always dreamed of. Every corner of the space reflected Clara's passion for books and stories. When it finally opened its doors, not only did it feel like she had achieved her dream, she realized she had been living it for months. From then on, Clara learned that sometimes to achieve what we desire, we must first act as if we already have it, not to deceive ourselves, but because by doing so, we begin to attract the opportunities and people needed to make our dreams a reality. The moral of this story is that change starts with our attitude. By acting as if we already live our dreams, we plant the seeds that will eventually bear fruit. Because when you believe, you create. Before we start with the first lesson, if you find these videos helpful, I encourage you to subscribe and activate notifications to stay informed about the latest updates. Let's begin. Number 1. The power of thought. Our thoughts are the architects of our lives, shaping our perceptions, actions, and ultimately our destinies. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This timeless Stoic insight reminds us that how we think about ourselves and our goals defines how we engage with the world. When you think of success as something already within your grasp, your mind aligns with this belief, paving the way for action and clarity. This isn't mere positive thinking. It's a recalibration of your self-perception and capabilities. The Stoics understood that the mind is a tool of immense power. If harnessed correctly, it can transform potential into reality. To act as if it were already yours means adopting the mindset of someone who has achieved their ambitions. When you embody the confidence and clarity of success, doubt and self-sabotage diminish. This shift isn't just mental. It influences the opportunities you notice and the decisions you make. Think of it as planting seeds of belief in the fertile soil of your mind, cultivating them through action and perseverance. Seneca aptly stated, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." If this is true for fear and doubt, it is equally true for success. By imagining your goals already realized, you condition your mind to spot opportunities and solutions that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. In modern life, this practice aligns with principles of visualization and intention setting, popular among high achievers across disciplines. Athletes often visualize winning games or breaking records before stepping onto the field, preparing their minds and bodies for success. Similarly, adopting the mental posture of someone who has succeeded can guide you toward that outcome. For example, if you're aiming for a promotion, think about how someone in that position would carry themselves, make decisions, and interact with others. By embodying those qualities, you naturally start aligning your actions with your aspirations. This practice is also a form of self-discipline, a core tenet of Stoicism. The Stoics taught that controlling your thoughts leads to mastery over your emotions and actions. By focusing your mental energy on what you can control, your beliefs and choices, you empower yourself to move forward. As Epictetus wisely observed, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Acting as if success is already yours is not about ignoring reality. It's about reframing your perspective to harness the power of possibility. Modern Stoicism teaches us to balance aspiration with the acceptance of what is within our control. While we cannot dictate every external outcome, our inner world is entirely ours to shape. By thinking as if you have already achieved your goals, you clear the path for your actions to follow suit. This mindset doesn't guarantee success, but it positions you to make the most of every opportunity and challenge. The first step toward any achievement is believing it is possible. This belief ignites the discipline, effort, and resilience needed to turn a vision into reality. In your daily life, practice this principle by visualizing the person you want to become and the life you wish to lead. Act in ways consistent with those values and aspirations, even when the results seem distant. By aligning your thoughts with your goals, you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. This alignment of thought and action is a hallmark of modern Stoicism, offering both ancient wisdom and practical guidance for navigating today's complexities. When you master your thoughts, you master your fate. One step, one decision, one thought at a time. Remember, every great achievement begins within. As you think, so you become. Number 2. The role of emotions. Emotions are a potent catalyst in the pursuit of any goal, shaping not only our actions, but also the outcomes we achieve. In the philosophy of modern Stoicism, emotions are not dismissed as frivolous or irrelevant, but are recognized as central to our journey toward self-mastery and success. The Stoics remind us that it is not external events, but our interpretations of them that ignite emotional responses. This understanding allows us to harness emotions effectively. When you cultivate the belief that you have already achieved your goal, it is essential to embrace the emotions that accompany such success: confidence, pride, and fulfillment. This is not a superficial act of pretending, but a deliberate cultivation of the emotional state that aligns with the reality you aim to create. Seneca's wisdom echoes here. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Why not use that imagination to your advantage by envisioning triumph instead of defeat? When you visualize your goals with vivid clarity and connect emotionally to the image of success, you not only strengthen your resolve, but also set your mind and body into motion. The joy and pride you feel when imagining your achievement serve as powerful motivators, compelling you to take the actions necessary to bring that vision to life. This principle of acting as if is not a modern motivational gimmick. It is deeply rooted in Stoic thought. Marcus Aurelius advises, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By focusing your thoughts on success and embodying the feelings of achievement, you effectively condition yourself for victory. Emotions, when directed intentionally, are not obstacles, but accelerators of progress. In today's fast-paced, outcome-driven society, this Stoic approach is particularly relevant. We are constantly bombarded with messages urging us to fake it till you make it. However, the Stoic version goes deeper, urging us not merely to mimic success, but to embody it authentically. Modern Stoicism teaches us that by mastering our emotions and aligning them with our aspirations, we shift from being passive reactors to active creators of our reality. This shift is a vital step towards self-empowerment. Imagine facing a daunting challenge at work or striving to improve your health. If you allow doubt or fear to dominate, you may falter. Instead, by adopting the mindset and emotional posture of someone who has already overcome these hurdles, you act with the assurance and decisiveness needed to succeed. Controlling your emotional responses also means reclaiming your agency. Life often presents uncertainties and obstacles, but it is within your power to decide how to interpret and react to these situations. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to feel the emotions of success, you steer your actions in alignment with your goals. Fear, frustration, and doubt may arise, but they need not define you. Instead, channel the emotions of confidence and accomplishment, and use them as a compass for your decisions and actions. Incorporating these principles into modern life requires practice and mindfulness. Begin by identifying a goal and vividly visualizing the steps leading to its attainment. Feel the pride of having achieved it, as though it were already yours. When setbacks occur, remind yourself of the Stoic principle that external events hold no intrinsic power over your emotions. Your interpretations and choices are what matter. This mindset not only builds resilience but also ensures that your efforts remain focused and purposeful. By aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you create a synergy that propels you forward. Modern Stoicism provides timeless tools for navigating contemporary challenges. By understanding the role of emotions in shaping our experiences and outcomes, you can transform them into allies on your path to success. This approach isn't about blind optimism, it's about deliberate and thoughtful action, fueled by the emotional state of someone who knows their goal is within reach. When you act as if success is already yours, you align your mind, emotions, and actions, setting the stage for profound transformation. So, step forward with conviction, for as the Stoics teach, the power to shape your destiny lies not in the world around you, but within your own heart and mind. Number 3. Action is key. Imagine standing on the edge of a forest trail, with your goal, a beautiful, thriving garden, lying just beyond the thicket. You may visualize the garden vividly, feel the joy of standing amidst its blooms, and even plan every detail of the path to reach it. But unless you take that first step into the trail, all your dreams remain just that, dreams. The Stoics understood this deeply, recognizing that it is not enough to think or believe. Action is where transformation begins. Action, my friend, is where the rubber meets the road. To act as if it were already yours is not a call to deceive yourself or anyone else, but an invitation to embody the belief that your goal is achievable and to let that belief guide your actions. Picture a modern story to illustrate this. A young artist named Maya dreamed of having her work displayed in a prestigious gallery. For years, she hesitated, held back by self-doubt, until one day she decided to act as though she were already the accomplished artist she envisioned. She started painting every day with intention, speaking about her art confidently, and even networking with gallery owners. Her consistency attracted opportunities, and within a year, her work was showcased in the very gallery she had once only dared to dream about. Maya didn't fake her way to success. She aligned her actions with her aspirations, and the universe responded in kind. This is the essence of what the Stoics teach. Consistent, purposeful action creates momentum and shapes reality. When you act, even in small ways, you send a message, not just to the world but to yourself, that you are capable and deserving. That belief grows with every step you take, reinforcing the idea that success is within reach. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Acting with this mindset puts you in control of the one thing you truly govern, your actions. The Stoic secrets to success lie not in waiting for the stars to align, but in actively shaping your path. Think of each action as a stone laid down to build a bridge toward your dreams. You may not see the full structure immediately, but with each deliberate placement, the bridge takes form. This philosophy encourages us to focus on what we can control, our decisions, our efforts, and our attitude, rather than getting lost in fears or obstacles. When you act as if the goal is already yours, you cultivate the confidence to persevere, even when the way forward isn't clear. What small action can you take today that aligns with your greater vision? What step, no matter how modest, can bring you closer to where you want to be? Another modern example might resonate. Think of Alex, a would-be entrepreneur. For years, Alex dreamed of launching a sustainable fashion brand but feared the overwhelming odds. Inspired by Stoic teachings, Alex decided to act as though the brand was already thriving. He began researching, designing, and reaching out to potential partners. Each action, though small, built momentum. Soon others started noticing his dedication, and opportunities arose that he never expected. The lesson? By stepping boldly into the role you aspire to, you create ripples that draw resources and allies toward you. Remember, acting as if it isn't about delusion, it's about decision. It's about deciding that you will not let fear or doubt rob you of what could be. It's about understanding that success doesn't come from mere wishing, but from shaping your life through consistent, intentional effort. The Stoics knew that when we act with purpose, we align ourselves with the life we desire, no matter the uncertainties around us. So I ask you, what will you act upon today as if it were already yours? What future will you begin to craft with the power of your actions? Take this lesson to heart. The path to your dreams is built one step at a time, with every action you take. You don't need to have all the answers or the perfect plan, you simply need to start. Focus on what you can control, your efforts, your choices, your determination. With consistency, you will find that the universe begins to align in ways you never imagined, bringing people, opportunities, and resources to help you along the way. That is the Stoic secret to unlocking your potential. Will you take the first step? The power lies in your hands. Do you believe that your thoughts and actions have the power to shape your future? If your answer is yes, comment yes below. If you're unsure or feel differently, comment no. We'd love to hear your perspective. Also, make sure to stay with us until the end of the video because we've saved some of the most impactful insights for later. You don't want to miss it. Number 4. The power of habit. Number 4. The power of habit. Success rarely stems from one grand gesture or monumental decision. Instead, it is the result of small, consistent actions repeated over time. This truth reflects the wisdom of the Stoics, who believe that the habits we form shape not just our actions, but also the foundation of our character and the course of our lives. Epictetus captured this perfectly. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Transformation begins with a clear purpose and unfolds through disciplined, intentional effort. Change is not born from idle hopes or perfect conditions, but through deliberate, steady actions that align with your goals, starting small and building into something meaningful. Creating meaningful change doesn't require overhauling your entire life overnight. Instead, start with manageable steps, like making your bed each morning or tidying your workspace at the end of the day. These seemingly minor acts are more than simple chores. They signal to your mind that you are in control. Over time, they compound into habits that create a strong foundation for larger achievements. This mirrors the Stoic belief that greatness arises not from isolated dramatic efforts, but from consistent, sustained action. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, decisions, and daily habits. The concept of acting as if you already possess what you desire is closely tied to habit formation. When you act like the person you aspire to be, you naturally adopt the behaviors and habits that define that identity. For instance, if you aim to live a healthier lifestyle, you might start with small, achievable actions like walking for 10 minutes daily or choosing healthier meals. These actions may seem small, but signal commitment to change and lay the groundwork for further progress. Over time, such deliberate steps lead to greater improvements, demonstrating the power of consistency over short-lived bursts of effort. In today's world, filled with distractions and constant demands, modern Stoicism provides a practical framework for integrating these principles into everyday life. The habits you develop shape the person you become, and repetition makes them second nature. Seneca's insight, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end," reminds us that growth is a continuous process of building on what came before. Each habit you cultivate is a seed for future success, ensuring that progress remains sustainable and meaningful. By focusing on small, actionable steps, you gain a sense of control and alignment with your greater goals. To achieve your dreams, you must first build the habits that carry you toward them. Acting as if you are already living your desired reality helps align your daily actions with your long-term aspirations. This alignment transforms success from an external pursuit into an intrinsic process, achieved through thoughtful choices and consistent behavior. The Stoics recognized this principle, which remains as relevant today as it was in their time. By incorporating modern Stoicism into your life, you can use the power of habit to shape your future and cultivate the person you aspire to become. Discipline and consistency are the keys to this journey. Every choice, no matter how small, contributes to the broader picture of your life. Adopting the mindset of someone who has already succeeded helps you internalize the habits and behaviors that define success. The key is to begin where you are, taking small steps that gradually build into a life aligned with your values and goals. While external outcomes may be beyond your control, modern Stoicism teaches us that our thoughts and actions are fully within our power. By focusing on these, you forge a path that bridges your present efforts with the future you envision. Success is less about a distant destination and more about embodying the traits and behaviors that define it in the present. The habits you cultivate become the architecture of your life, shaping your character and setting you on a path of growth. Remember, every small action matters, and each consistent effort brings you closer to your goals. The timeless wisdom of the Stoics, as exemplified by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, remains an actionable philosophy for navigating modern life with clarity and purpose. By embracing these teachings, you unlock the transformative power of habit to achieve your aspirations and become the person you were meant to be. Number 5. The impact of environment. The environment we immerse ourselves in is more than just a backdrop to our lives. It is a powerful force that shapes our mindset, behaviors, and ultimately, our outcomes. The Stoics recognized this truth centuries ago, emphasizing the importance of curating surroundings that align with our goals and aspirations. Modern Stoicism builds on this wisdom, urging us to actively cultivate an environment that reflects the success we aim to achieve. The people we associate with, the spaces we inhabit, and the habits we foster are not neutral. They either elevate us or hold us back. If you seek to succeed, Prioritize spending time with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support you. As Seneca wisely noted, associate with those who will make a better man of you. These relationships can act as a mirror to your aspirations, pushing you toward growth and excellence. Your physical surroundings are equally impactful. A cluttered, chaotic space often mirrors a cluttered mind, while a clean, organized environment fosters clarity and focus. To act as if you have already achieved your goals, start by creating a space that embodies the life you envision. For instance, if your goal is to write a book, set up a peaceful, inspiring writing corner, free from distractions. Surround yourself with reminders of your ambition, books, vision boards, or objects that symbolize your dreams. This intentional alignment of your physical environment with your aspirations sends a powerful signal to your subconscious, reinforcing the belief that success is already within your grasp. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By removing obstacles and distractions, you turn your environment into a catalyst for progress rather than a barrier. In modern life, the concept of environment extends beyond the physical. The digital spaces we frequent and the media we consume also shape our thoughts and attitudes. Reflect on the content you engage with online. Is it fueling your motivation or fostering negativity? Just as you would avoid toxic relationships, distance yourself from digital influences that drain your energy or instill doubt. Instead, follow creators, join communities, and consume materials that uplift and align with your aspirations. Modern Stoicism teaches that while we cannot always control external circumstances, we possess the power to curate our internal and external environments to foster resilience and focus. Epictetus's reminder resonates here. We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them. By intentionally shaping your surroundings, you anchor yourself in a mindset of opportunity rather than limitation. This principle is not limited to grand gestures. Even small, deliberate changes can have profound effects. Removing a single source of distraction or introducing a positive habit can set off a ripple effect, reinforcing a sense of achievement. For example, if you aspire to live a healthier life, start by keeping your kitchen stocked with nourishing foods and creating a designated space for exercise. These adjustments may seem minor, but they serve as physical affirmations of your commitment to your goal. In turn, they bolster your confidence and motivation. When your environment aligns with your aspirations, your actions naturally follow, and the gap between who you are and who you want to become begins to close. The Stoics believed that while we cannot dictate the world around us, we have full control over how we respond and adapt to it. This perspective is liberating, as it empowers us to take an active role in shaping our future. Whether it's the friends we choose, the media we consume, or the spaces we inhabit, every choice contributes to the environment that either supports or undermines our progress. By acting as if your goals are already achieved, you create a space, both physical and mental, that reflects that reality, making it easier to stay disciplined and focused. The wisdom of modern Stoicism is clear. Take ownership of your environment, for it is the foundation on which the architecture of your dreams is built. With every intentional choice, you lay another brick on the path to your best self. Number 6. Stop waiting, start acting. How often do you find yourself waiting for the perfect moment to start something important? Maybe you've thought, "I'll wait until I feel more confident," or "I'll begin when the timing is better." These thoughts might feel comforting, but the truth is the perfect moment rarely arrives. Life, unpredictable as it is, seldom aligns perfectly with our expectations, and while you wait, opportunities quietly pass by. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers of wisdom, saw through this illusion. They believed in the power of action, not tomorrow or next week, but right now. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't a grim reminder, but a call to seize the present moment and act with purpose. Take Sophia as an example. She dreamed of becoming an author, but spent years waiting for better circumstances. "I'll start when I have more time," she told herself, "or when my finances improve." But the perfect time never came. One day, a friend challenged her to stop waiting and act as though she were already a writer. She began small, writing every morning before work, joining a writer's group and submitting her drafts despite her fears. Was she scared of rejection? Absolutely. Did she feel ready? Not at all. But her consistent efforts built confidence, and that confidence opened doors. Within 2 years, she published her first novel. Acting without waiting for ideal conditions wasn't just the start of her journey. It was the key to unlocking her dream. The Stoics called this acting as if it were already yours, and it's one of their most practical teachings. It's not about reckless leaps, but deliberate, meaningful steps that bring you closer to your goals. Even small actions can shift your mindset, replacing doubt with progress. Epictetus reminded us that while we don't control outcomes, we control our efforts. Imagine pushing a boulder uphill. It feels impossible at first, but as momentum builds, each push becomes easier. Your goals work the same way. The first step might feel daunting, but each bit of progress strengthens your resolve and makes the path clearer. Could today be the day you finally take that first step you've been postponing? Waiting for perfection is often just fear in disguise. Fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. By acting despite those fears, you take control of your life. You stop being a passive observer, waiting for circumstances to align, and instead become an active participant in shaping your destiny. Each small action reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed and moves you closer to your goal. What might you achieve if you stopped waiting? What opportunities could open up if you chose to act even imperfectly today? The Stoics understood that focusing on what we can control, our actions, choices, and efforts, brings out our best. Waiting for perfection gives away your power to conditions that may never align, but acting now reclaims it. You don't need a flawless plan to start. You just need to begin. Start where you are, with what you have, and trust that each step will build upon the last. Over time, you'll realize that the path you've been waiting for isn't something you find. It's something you create through action. The courage to take even a small step today could be the key to unlocking your dreams. Life is short, and the perfect moment is a myth. The power to change your life is already in your hands. So, will you wait for the stars to align, or will you create your own constellation? The choice is yours. Start now. What habit do you think is the most important for success? Comment either "discipline is key" or "consistency wins" below. And don't leave just yet. There's so much more to explore. The final 3 points in this video are packed with surprising insights that you won't want to miss. Stick around until the end for the best takeaways. Number 7. Learn from successful people. One of the most practical ways to achieve your goals is by studying and learning from those who have already succeeded. The Stoics emphasize that the journey to success isn't about reinventing the wheel, but about observing and modeling the actions of individuals who have navigated challenges and emerged victorious. This principle is timeless, as it reinforces the importance of aligning your actions with proven strategies rather than relying on trial and error. As Seneca aptly remarked, "A wise man learns more from his enemies than a fool from his friends." The essence of this insight is that every experience, including the successes and failures of others, holds valuable lessons. Successful people do not achieve greatness by chance. They create it through deliberate choices, consistent actions, and a resilient mindset. By studying their habits, decision-making processes, and their approach to challenges, you can glean insights that illuminate your own path to success. Learning from successful people does not mean mimicking them blindly, but adapting their strategies to your unique circumstances. For instance, if you admire someone's achievements in business, look closely at how they address obstacles, communicate with others, and maintain the daily habits that fuel their discipline and motivation. These observations provide a treasure trove of actionable wisdom. The Stoics advocated modeling virtuous behavior and drawing inspiration from individuals who embody excellence in their respective fields. Marcus Aurelius himself reflected, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This aligns with the idea that by surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire you, you absorb not just what to do, but also what pitfalls to avoid. Modern Stoicism takes this classical wisdom and places it firmly in the context of today's fast-paced world. In a time where information is abundant, it is easier than ever to study the lives of successful people and extract key lessons. Consider the power of biographies, interviews, and online content where high achievers share their experiences and principles. By diving into these resources, you stand on the shoulders of giants, avoiding mistakes that others have made and fast-tracking your progress toward your goals. For example, if you aspire to be more disciplined, examine the habits of individuals who excel in time management and structure their days effectively. This process of learning and adapting does not just save you time, but also builds confidence as you align your efforts with tried-and-true methods. The Stoics understood that true growth comes from cultivating a mindset of continuous improvement, and this is where modeling successful individuals becomes transformative. By thinking and acting like someone who has already achieved what you desire, you begin to internalize the habits and behaviors that foster success. This concept is not limited to professional achievements. It applies to all aspects of life, including relationships, health, and personal growth. For instance, if you want to cultivate patience, observe someone you admire who consistently practices it in their interactions and reflect on how their demeanor influences their success. Adopting such behaviors helps you gradually embody the traits you seek, bringing you closer to your aspirations. The key to learning from successful people lies in approaching their journeys with a critical and adaptable mindset. Modern Stoicism reminds us to remain grounded and to focus on what we can control, our own actions and decisions. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, whether in person or through their work, and actively seek out their insights. Remember, you do not have to start from scratch or bear the burden of figuring everything out alone. The path to success has been walked before, and by studying those who have already navigated it, you can accelerate your own progress. As the Stoics taught, virtue and excellence are the result of thoughtful effort, and by emulating those who exemplify these qualities, you elevate not only your potential, but also your confidence to achieve greatness. By integrating this wisdom into your life, you take the first steps toward acting as if success is already yours, building a life aligned with the principles of modern Stoicism. Number 8. Believing is achieving. Belief is one of the most potent forces shaping the trajectory of our lives, a truth deeply understood by the Stoics and profoundly relevant in the context of modern Stoicism. Belief is not mere wishful thinking or idle optimism. It is a conviction that drives action and transforms potential into reality. The Stoics emphasized that our thoughts and beliefs form the foundation of everything we do. When you truly believe in your ability to achieve your goals, this belief directs your mind to align with that vision, making decisions and taking actions that bring it to fruition. Acting as if success is already yours isn't about pretending or deluding yourself. It is about internalizing the mindset and behavior of someone who has already achieved their aspirations, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of confidence and progress. For example, imagine approaching your goal with the belief that you are already successful. If you see yourself as a thriving entrepreneur, you'll naturally make bold decisions, trust your instincts, and approach challenges with resilience. This unshakable belief not only strengthens your resolve, but also attracts opportunities, partnerships, and resources that align with your vision. The Stoics understood that belief shapes reality, not through magic, but through the clarity and decisiveness it inspires. Epictetus's words underline this principle. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. When your actions stem from the certainty of belief, they carry a conviction that inspires others and propels you toward your goals. Modern Stoicism encourages us to bridge this ancient wisdom with the demands of contemporary life. Believing in your success fosters a state of readiness, enabling you to seize opportunities with a sense of purpose. It shifts your mindset from hesitation to action, from doubt to decisiveness. In today's fast-paced world, this principle has never been more relevant. Many hesitate because they fear failure or question their abilities. Yet, belief acts as an antidote to this paralysis. When you cultivate belief in your capabilities, you break free from the constraints of fear and hesitation. This isn't about creating fantasies, but about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your aspirations. As Seneca wisely observed, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Belief prepares you to recognize and act upon opportunities that others may overlook. However, belief requires cultivation. Start by visualizing your success with clarity, not as a distant possibility, but as an inevitable reality. Speak and act as though your goal has already been accomplished, and let this certainty guide your choices. Surround yourself with people and environments that reinforce your confidence and encourage growth. Reflect on small victories along the way to reinforce your belief. For these incremental successes act as proof of concept, strengthening your resolve. The Stoics teach that while external outcomes are beyond our control, the inner state of belief is entirely within our grasp. This perspective is empowering. It places the keys to progress firmly in your hands. When you act as if your goals are already achieved, you enter a feedback loop where belief drives action and action strengthens belief. It creates a momentum that carries you forward, even in the face of setbacks. Doubt may creep in at times, but the Stoic approach helps you navigate these moments with grace. By returning to your belief and grounding yourself in the principle that your actions are rooted in your vision, you find renewed focus and determination. This alignment of thought, belief, and action is the essence of believing is achieving. It transforms ambition into reality, one purposeful step at a time. Take this Stoic principle and apply it to your daily life. Whether you are striving for professional success, personal growth, or a better relationship, begin by believing in your ability to achieve it. Let this belief guide your decisions, fuel your actions, and shape your reality. The wisdom of the Stoics reminds us that the seeds of success are sown in the mind and nurtured through action. By embracing the mindset of achievement and acting as though your goals are already within your grasp, you create a pathway to make them a reality, one deliberate choice at a time. Number 9. Don't wait for opportunities, create them. How often do we find ourselves sitting back, waiting for the perfect chance to appear, hoping for a knock on the door that will change everything? The truth is, life rarely works that way. Opportunities are not gifts handed to us by fate. They're forged through our actions, decisions, and persistence. The Stoics, masters of practical wisdom, taught us that success doesn't come from passive waiting, but from taking responsibility for our own future. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, we don't wait for ideal conditions. We create them, transforming challenges into stepping stones. Take James, for instance, a modern-day example of Stoic thinking in action. James dreamed of breaking into the tech industry, but without a computer science degree, he felt stuck. He could have waited, hoping that luck or someone's generosity would open the door for him, but he didn't. Instead, he decided to create his own opportunity. He taught himself to code through free online courses, attended networking events, and even volunteered his skills to small startups. It wasn't easy, and he faced plenty of rejection. But his persistence paid off when one of his volunteer projects caught the eye of a hiring manager, leading to his first full-time tech job. James didn't wait for the perfect job listing to land in his lap. He created the conditions that made it possible for him to succeed. This approach is central to the Stoic secrets of living a purposeful and proactive life. The Stoics remind us that we don't have control over external circumstances, but we do have control over how we respond. Waiting for the right time is often an illusion. The right time is the moment you decide to act. Opportunities are not magical moments of chance, but the natural result of consistent effort, preparation, and courage. Think about your own goals. Are you waiting for the perfect conditions to begin? What small actions could you take right now to bring you closer to what you want? Perhaps it's a conversation, a new skill, or simply showing up with intention. Creating opportunities doesn't mean leaping blindly. It means taking deliberate steps toward your goal even when you're unsure of the outcome. It's like planting seeds in a garden. You may not see the results immediately, but with time and care, growth is inevitable. Small, purposeful actions create momentum, and that momentum attracts new possibilities. The Stoics emphasized action because they understood that effort fuels opportunity. As Seneca wrote, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Are you prepared to meet the opportunities you seek, or are you simply hoping they'll find you? The ripple effect of action is powerful. When you take even the smallest step forward, you signal to yourself and the world that you're ready. You begin to attract the people, resources, and ideas needed to help you along your path. If you want a better career, don't just scroll through job listings, network, learn new skills, and create value where you are. If you dream of starting a business, don't wait for perfect conditions. Start building, testing, and iterating. The opportunities you're waiting for may already exist, but they won't reveal themselves until you begin to act. The Stoics teach us that to take control of our lives, we must shift our mindset from passive waiting to active creation. This isn't about impatience or rushing, but about stepping into your power to shape your own path. The world doesn't owe you anything, but it's full of possibilities waiting for someone bold enough to seize them. So ask yourself, what have you been waiting for? What's one small step you could take today to begin creating your own opportunities? Don't wait for the world to change for you. Change the world around you. Start where you are, with what you have, and trust that each action will bring you closer to your goals. The power to create opportunity lies in your hands. Will you sit back and hope, or will you step forward and act? The choice, as always, is yours. What approach do you have to learn from the success of others? Comment below. Model their habits, study their mindset, or avoid their mistakes. And don't forget to watch the entire video because there are only 2 more lessons, but they are the most important ones that will resonate deeply with you. Number 10. Focus on action, not results. In a world driven by instant gratification and measurable outcomes, it's easy to become consumed by the desire for quick results. Yet this mindset often leads to frustration and self-doubt when progress doesn't come as swiftly as expected. The Stoics, however, offered a timeless antidote. Shift your focus from the end result to the daily actions that are within your control. As Epictetus wisely observed, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. This philosophy encourages us to prioritize the process over the outcome, recognizing that consistent, intentional effort ultimately paves the way for success. The results, whether good or bad, are largely outside of our control, but the actions we take today are entirely ours to shape. The Stoics believed that true growth lies not in the achievement of a goal, but in the commitment to the steps that lead there. For instance, if you're pursuing a fitness goal, fixating solely on the numbers on a scale or the size of your muscles can overshadow the importance of showing up daily to work out, eating nutritious meals, and staying disciplined. These small, consistent actions might seem inconsequential in the short term, but over time, they compound into meaningful progress. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully when he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Focusing on what you can control, your effort, discipline, and mindset, allows you to engage fully in the process without being derailed by external factors. In modern life, where success is often measured in milestones, this Stoic principle serves as a grounding force. Modern Stoicism teaches us to embrace the journey, understanding that the skills, habits, and resilience we cultivate along the way are far more valuable than the outcome itself. Whether you're striving for career advancement, improved relationships, or personal growth, it's the daily actions, making thoughtful decisions, showing up consistently and learning from setbacks, that shape your character and bring you closer to your aspirations. By focusing on these controllable elements, you free yourself from the anxiety of chasing outcomes and instead find fulfillment in the effort. This approach is not about abandoning your goals, it's about trusting the process. For example, if you're learning a new skill, such as mastering a musical instrument or starting a new business, you might be tempted to measure success by how quickly you see results. However, the Stoic approach reminds us that the real success lies in the dedication to practice, the perseverance to overcome challenges, and the patience to refine your craft. As Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. By preparing through daily effort and focusing on what is within your power, you position yourself to achieve success naturally when the time is right. Modern Stoicism further emphasizes that this focus on action over results fosters a sense of control and contentment in an otherwise chaotic world. When you concentrate on the present moment and the actions you can take now, you are not only working toward your goals but also building a sense of purpose and satisfaction in the journey itself. This mindset helps you avoid the emotional roller coaster that often comes with fixating on outcomes, allowing you to approach each day with clarity and intention. Whether you're working on a personal project or striving for a long-term goal, shifting your focus to consistent, meaningful actions ensures that you remain aligned with your values and resilient in the face of obstacles. The Stoics teach us that life is lived in the process, not in the results. By directing your energy toward what you can do today, you not only improve your chances of success but also cultivate a sense of fulfillment and self-mastery. The results, when they come, are a byproduct of your efforts, not the sole purpose of your journey. As you integrate this principle into your life, you'll find that success becomes less about external validation and more about the satisfaction of living with purpose, discipline, and intention. Modern Stoicism provides a powerful framework for embracing this approach, reminding us that by focusing on action rather than results, we not only achieve our goals, but also discover the true joy of the journey. Number 11. Build confidence from small steps. Confidence is not an innate trait bestowed upon a fortunate few. It is a skill cultivated through deliberate and consistent action, a truth deeply rooted in the teachings of Stoicism and profoundly relevant to modern Stoicism. The Stoics understood that confidence is born from action, not from waiting until you feel ready or capable. Seneca reminds us, "Throw me to the wolves, and I will return, leading the pack," emphasizing that self-belief grows through challenges, not avoidance. Every small step you take toward a goal reinforces the idea that you are capable, creating a foundation of confidence that allows you to tackle even greater challenges over time. This growth is not instant, but it is inevitable when you commit to steady progress. Acting as if you already possess the confidence you seek is a powerful tool to kickstart this process. The key is to take manageable actions that push you slightly beyond your comfort zone. For example, if you want to speak confidently in public, start by sharing your thoughts in smaller groups or initiating a conversation during a meeting. These actions may feel daunting at first, but each one contributes to a growing sense of self-assurance. Confidence doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. The Stoics believed in focusing on what is within our control, and your willingness to act despite uncertainty is fully in your hands. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By choosing action over hesitation, you are reclaiming control and building the resilience needed to face bigger challenges. In today's fast-paced world, where self-doubt and comparison can often hinder progress, the principles of modern Stoicism offer practical guidance. Confidence built step by step is the antidote to the paralysis that comes from overthinking or waiting for the perfect moment. Each small step you take becomes evidence of your ability, shifting your mindset from fear of failure to a belief in possibility. Over time, these incremental victories compound, creating a feedback loop that strengthens your self-belief. The more you act, the more you realize that your fears were often exaggerated and that you are far more capable than you initially believed. Epictetus wisely stated, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This practice of aligning your actions with your aspirations transforms hesitation into momentum. The beauty of this approach is that it applies universally, whether you're pursuing a career change, improving your relationships, or tackling personal growth. Modern Stoicism teaches that small, intentional actions are the stepping stones to great achievements. For instance, if your goal is to run a marathon, but you feel overwhelmed, start by running a short distance each day. Each run reinforces your capability, and over time, the once daunting goal becomes attainable. Similarly, if you aim to advance professionally but feel unqualified, take the initiative to learn new skills, volunteer for projects, or seek mentorship. These efforts, while seemingly small, accumulate into a reservoir of confidence that propels you forward. Confidence, as the Stoics taught, is not about erasing doubt or guaranteeing success, but about embracing uncertainty and acting anyway. When you adopt this mindset, the world begins to respond differently. Opportunities open up, people take notice of your decisiveness, and challenges that once seemed insurmountable become manageable. This transformation is not just about achieving external success, but also about fostering an internal sense of empowerment and resilience. The Stoics believed that the path to self-belief lies in action, not in waiting for the perfect circumstances. By acting confidently today, you are building a future where self-doubt holds no power over your aspirations. As you integrate this principle into your life, remember that even the smallest steps matter. Speak up when it feels uncomfortable, say yes to opportunities that stretch you, and take risks that align with your values. Each act of courage strengthens the foundation of your confidence, creating a ripple effect that touches every aspect of your life. The Stoic path to confidence is not quick or easy, but it is transformative. By acting as if you already possess the strength you seek, you create the conditions for that strength to manifest, one deliberate step at a time. In doing so, you become the architect of your growth and the master of your destiny. Thank you for watching today's video on Act as if it were already yours here on Stoic in Your Life. Remember, change doesn't come from luck or circumstances, but from aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions. By acting as if you've already achieved your goals, you can attract opportunities and turn dreams into reality. Start today with small, consistent steps, and stop waiting for perfection. As we've shared, believe and you will achieve. Take action, and life will respond to you. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos filled with Stoic wisdom and practical advice. Together, let's bring Stoic principles into our daily lives. See you in the next video.